Welcome back to Capybara Go, and today we are doing the Whisper build tier list. The thing is, now with the new patch, the Whisper don't have the limitation on the Rage skill usage, so we can get pretty nice combination using the Rage daggers, and overall it kind of changed the gameplay of the Rage build quite a lot. So if you want to see the Rage build itself, there is a separate video on that. It still stands, but the skill order now is very different from what it was supposed to be. So yeah, we'll go with that, and I would advise you guys to go with liking and subscribing the video so you can get content like this more often and help to promote the video in YouTube algorithm. Let's go. So yeah, as all the tier lists, this will be very subjective from my experience, and I will try to keep it short because there are 111 skills and they don't matter that much. So let's start putting the skills. Poison gives extra damage, why not? Angel, you don't really pick it, so it's S tier, but you can pick the thing. Extra damage, you don't pick it as always, it's just a random stuff that you can get, but extra damage is actually pretty nice. Now, the first skill that actually matters is normal attack icy spikes. The thing with this skill that normal attack matters, but not as much. You still would like to build a combo with the Whisperer that will allow you to get more attacks that will trigger more of the rest of the stuff, but it's not as high priority as Creed and Rage build right now. So I will put it to the B tier, maybe A tier, because no, this will be a B tier because this is normal attack one. The better option is, we'll just go straight for it. I think not this one. Hits, there we go. Hits icy spikes. Why? Because hits icy spikes will be cast every turn, so you will get one icy spike on enemies straight away, which is really nice. So then you can use this on the enemy that will lower their attack, which is adding on top of the damage reduction because it's lowering the enemy target's attack, which is nice. Extra damage, so it will be right behind this. Let's put it like that. There we go, those are good. So that will allow you to do more damage as well, just as poison, because most likely you will get the poison dagger, so you will utilize this thing, but use it only if you have the poison daggers. Now, the next thing, what do we have here is normal attack lightning. It's not that great. A sword chi, it's even worse. You don't use it that much. Shield, though, normal attack shield is A tier, and I think, well, I have the hero, the insignia, the brand. They have so many names. The brand that gives us the shield on the attack, and it helps a lot to get survivability and also increase the shield by 10%. So it's really good for survivability, and I'll get it. Extra rage, pretty much useless because in the longer fights it don't help you that much. This one is weird. This is a mythical tier damage reduction increase. The problem is you probably would like to get maxed out damage increase from your pet builds and other sources, so you don't really need damage reduction during the runs. So in that matter, it's D. But if your build isn't complete yet and your pets don't give you enough damage reduction, it will be S tier. It's really good for survivability, and it should be somewhere really high ranked for S tier, but we are working on something where you have the pet build, so it will be D tier right now. Berserker gives more basic attack. It's not that great, it's not that horrible, it's C tier, because we want the skill attack. Fire skills, D tier, you don't want that. Daggers. Now, I think this one is 2 times daggers, so it will increase the number of daggers thrown by 2 from all the sources, and it is really good. One of the top skills here, and I think this one is still better because it will add you. They are different. I think this one is legendary as far as I remember. This one is mythic, but it will allow you to get double the daggers. Very important. Yeah, combo attack bonus, so combo mastery, there we go. So every combo you will get combo attack bonus and higher combo chance. It's really good, although double daggers right now will be better. This is good damage source. It's legendary, so they don't compete directly. But if you can get it, get it. It's a really good source of the damage. This one is mythical combo boost that will give us extra combo chance at +1 maximum combo, which is good if you have couple of combo sources and you can utilize that, but it's not that crazy good, but it's still pretty nice skill. Now this one, I think it's a normal combo ×2. No, this is the attack bonus that you get in the first round, so it's horrible. Now there are a bunch of counter skills that are, well, they're just B. I mean, they are good, but not for the Whisperer build because counters don't contribute that much towards your build. The only good counter that you get that will be a legendary one, I think it's this one. That, or this one, I think this one, that will allow you to get life leech, so it will be a bit higher somewhere here. The rest of the counters don't work well. Crit Mastery will allow you to get more critical chance for the basic weapon and more critical damage for all the sources. So it is right here. This one is still better because it will allow you to get more attack-based damage, so it will scale better, but this one is really close. It's a really good skill. Okay, this one is 30% dodge, not so good because you probably don't want to be that low. Not the horrible though, so it's C tier, 50% health, attack bonus and defense bonus, same stuff. C tier, not that important. Healing at 30%. Earlier, I used both of those to rank them really high because they were a lifesaver. Right now, they help, but they don't help that much, so all of them are C tier. And this one, the shield, it feels so cool, but it's only once per battle, and if you screw that up, you can do it. So it will situational, let's put it like that. So if you are fighting the enemies that can get you down, but over time you will be able to overcome that, it's higher rank. If you want some long-term survivability, won't help you out. This one will lower the cooldown of the daggers. S tier. This one, I'm not sure which one is that. Had to use the wiki. This is dagger mastery, dagger damage and overall damage a bit lower. So it's good, but it's not S tier anymore. And I think it's even below this thing. So those dagger bonuses are nice, but they won't give you that much because all other skills will give you something else like survivability and consistent increase in the damage and that kind of stuff. So those are good, but not that great. The normal dagger, it's an A tier. It's not that horrible, but it's a common skill. So, you know, common skills are pretty cool for the dagger build. This one will increase the freeze chance. I actually never take it because I don't think it's great. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this one. I think it's Mythic and you get other better options most of the time. Defense bonus useless, dodge increase. Now flat dodge increases B rate. It's not that horrible, it will help you out, but other things are still better than the dodge. It will increase your survivability. Hits ×2 used to be really good, but with the Whisperer build, it triggers only once per round, and it's not that much as it used to be. So it will be I don't know, it's somewhere between C and B tier. Let's put it at the end of the B tier, with all other hits options because they don't do that much. Enhanced basic attack will give basic attack damage. It's not that bad, but once again, our main source of damage in this build are skills. So let's put it to the C tier. It helps, but really don't want to get it all the time. Enhanced combo, same place. I mean, it's good, but it's not that great. Enhanced, what's that? Counter attack, same place. Now this one, rage damage bonus, is actually really good right now because we will have a lot of rage attacks. So where do we put it? I think it's a common skill. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, enhanced rage skill. So this is common. And I think it's after the basic dagger things, but it's good now because it's 30% to the rage damage and you will trigger rage damage a lot if you do it right. Increased recovery somewhere in the D tier, depending on your survivability, but you will mostly depend on the shield with this build, if you do it like I do it. So that will help you out not that much. All healing options are good. You specifically want to get the lifesteal daggers, but most of them will not be that great. This is counter attack, flame strike. I mean, yeah, I don't know, somewhere here. I don't even know if I need this. Cracker thingy. I mean, it's Mythic, so if you want to get something else, do this. It's not that great. It can give you a bit of a boost early on. If you will be hit by the stronger enemy, you will get some debuffs on it during the first turn, get yourself some shields up, and maybe get some survivability because of that. But outside of that, it's pretty useless. Flame strike things, they are just there for lulz, they don't do anything. Now this one is unique. This is a frost thing that will allow your icy spikes to have a chance to kill normal enemies, one-shot them. And the cool thing about it, that it's situational, but if you have those where you have 5 fights during one day, combos that have only 5 days basically in the chapter, that will help you out to take out enemies faster. So it can be good, but it's very situational. I'll put it to the B tier. Sometimes it's a lifesaver, but in the longer fights it's pretty useless. You will take out enemies anyway. More damage to the burning targets. It's good if you have the burning target. So if you have any sources of burning the enemies down, if you took the fire strike or something, you can get this for extra DPS. A glass cannon, don't go for it, you will die. Egg, nice if you can get it. I mean, not like you have that many options. If you get the tree with the egg, try to get it. Damage reduction bonus, same stuff. If you need it, it's pretty much an A or S tier. Otherwise, D tier, you don't really need it. Healing daggers. Now, those are good. They will give you healing. They are like the worst type of daggers in terms of the damage. They will still add you one dagger every 2 turns, which can be multiplied by different sources, so it's good. And it's health recovery. So if the enemies can break through your shields, that helps out a lot. And I will put it to the A tier over here. It's really good. It's not the best dagger out there, but it's really useful. Now, this is burning, effect increase doesn't matter. Crit chance for normal attacks. This is good. This is A tier. Not sure how high it is. I think it's somewhere, depends on your crit actually, but it should be somewhere in the middle of A tier. Let's put it over here, right before the ultimate. Hits, lightning. Once again, all the hits options are here. They are not giving you that many things, so they don't help you out that much, sadly. Where are the rest of them? Oh yeah, other than the ice thing, yeah. So bolts and healing hits, they used to be really good, and they're good with other builds, but here they don't give you that many options because other skills are so much better. This is something like max HP. Max HP is always nice because we'll be mainly aiming at the shields, but you don't want to pick it over anything else. You want to upgrade it by other means. Yeah, light spear counter. Light spear still sucks, so all the light spear options are over here. Even the shield one. Okay, shield one will be C tier. If you have several light spear sources from whatever you picked, that might actually help you out to get a bit more survivability, but not that much. This one is like if you fail to get the egg, you will get half of it, so that's lower bonus, it's S tier anyway. This one will give you more defense with the lower damage. Where is it? Right next to the glass cannon, you don't need that. Lifesteal. Let's put it to the B tier. The thing is, you have the lifesteal percentage increase, and that's pretty useful. The thing is, you don't really have the basic lifesteal rate, so that one will allow you to lifesteal from time to time with your normal and rage attacks. So, and yeah, that will allow you to lifesteal with basic and rage attacks, so that's actually not that bad for the healing. Bolt dagger, it's an A tier or S tier. It's really, let's put it to the S tier. It's really good. Those bolts are amazing, and they will do a lot of damage. This one, I think it's the first round bolt. Yeah, first round sucks, go away. Bolt mastery will increase your bolt damage. Once again, if you have multiple bolts, it will be higher rank, but usually it's somewhere in the B tier. It's not that horrible, but still bolts are somewhat weird to get. Light spear, flame, whatever, ultimate thing, don't need that. Flame, go away. Double, what the hell is this? Double. Oh, this one is double. Yeah, this one will increase your damage in the first and the second turn if you upgrade. This is horrible, but this one is combo rate, so the combo rate is actually pretty good. Let's put it to the S tier. It's one of the best skills over here. I think it's, no, it's not S tier. It's right after all the basic daggers that you can get. One extra bolt is actually, if you use the bolts a lot, that will be pretty close to S tier, but it's somewhere in the middle of A tier. Let's put it over here. So if you have multiple bolts already, that will help. Fire, go away, we don't need you. All those bonuses like orc and others, they are not good, so I will put them all to the D tier. You would like to avoid that fight altogether, because you might get unlucky and lower your skill damage, and that will put you in trouble. Poison dagger, it's the worst type of daggers, but it will give you poison, it will give you extra daggers, and it will allow you to use that poison extra damage, so that's pretty good. Weapon poison thing, it's horrible, but once again, will give you some poison. Use it as the last thing. If you don't get the normal poison source, that might give you the normal poison. So if you don't get the dagger poison, you can use this one, the attack poison, that will still work and get extra damage if you have this already. But otherwise, that doesn't really worth to aim for it, to be honest. Unlimited burn stack, don't need it. This one, Rage Sword Chi. Let's put it to the end of the C tier. It will still add a bit of DPS, but you don't want to aim for it. Double, rage attacks. Now this one is unique. Let me read the description. Rage skill can be cast 2 times and damage lower. I have no idea how it works right now. I think it means that you can double rage cast. If that's the case, that will be S tier for us, because we will use a lot of rage attacks and it will double all of them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the thing, because 2 times seems like the same stuff as all of those over here. Not plus, but 2 times. Seems really good. If not, if it's just, I don't know, extra rage something, like rage limit, I don't think it's the case. So I think it's here. This one, Rage Dagger, is really, 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 really good. This is like top tier skill right now. Because if you will use the Rage Dagger with all your dagger bonuses and Whisper and proper critical for the normal attacks, you might end up throwing, I don't know, 5-10 rage attacks per turn. You will get to combo 100 something. And that will be crazy. Your rage can crit, your crit will cause more daggers, your daggers will cause rage, and that will cycle. And this one is actually worth upgrading to the higher level, like rage, dagger plus if you can. I do this all the time. I don't regret it. It's really good. Rage Fire Strike, again, additional source of damage for your rage sources, but it's a bit better because you can combine it with the fire damage thingy. Rage Healing, once again, it's not that great because we'll be using other sources for healing, but if you want to get it, you can. Rage Icy Spikes, I think this one is actually pretty good. I will put it to the B tier. That will allow your rage attacks to use icy spikes, so you will get more of them and there is a higher chance to freeze the enemy since you will be getting that many rage attacks. And this one is guaranteed, unlike other icy spike sources other than the hits. So that will cause like 5 icy spikes per turn if you want to. Now this one is Rage Light Spear. I don't like light spears, so bye-bye. Rage Lightning, Rage Bolt. It's not that great because it's only 2 bolts and you can get way more with the daggers, but it's a bit better than the rest of those things. Come on, guys. There we go. Somewhere here. Yeah, if you will build up a lot of bolts, though, you might really want to get double bolts. Like, so they will be multiplied +1, I think. And that will allow you to do crazy lightning damage to the enemy as well. So your daggers will cast bolts that will kind of double the damage. It's good. Extra rage damage is horrible because you will do a lot of rage attacks and it will go lower and lower and lower, and in the end it will be quite horrible rage damage. You don't want that. Basic attack rage, debatable. That will lower your basic attack damage quite a lot, but rage still does way more for us, so I will put it somewhere to the A tier actually. With the current meta, with the current Whisper build, I actually take it quite often and it works really well. And we move on to something really crazy. Rage Shield. It gives you pretty decent shield on every rage attack, and this will be your main source of survivability. I will put it, this is a common skill, I guess, as far as I remember. Yeah, this is a common skill. I think we want it even before the combo or anything, because basically right after the Rage Dagger, because this will increase your health pool drastically. It scales of your HP, and it adds insane amount of survivability. Really, really good. So this is what I do right now. I get rage shield, and I feel like I'm okay with survivability now. Sorchi healing, whatever. Let's put it to the C tier. Doesn't really help you that much. What the hell is this? Capybara Plus. Resilience has a chance to restore HP after an action. I don't really use it that often because the chance seems to be really low. And HP restoration is low as well, and now we rely on the shields more, so that's why it's not that great. Revival. Situational. Most of the times I ignore it, but if I know that in this during this chapter I will encounter the tough enemies that might one-shot me, like slimes or some weird bosses, and I need a bit more push for survivability, that can be S tier. But most of the time you will be okay with the shields, honestly. Like, this is crazy powerful. This will increase the burn chance of your flame strikes, you don't need it. Yep, 1 lightning bolt per round. Used to be better. Now it's somewhere in the C tier over here with like hits, B tier with the hits and stuff, because it's only once per turn, so it doesn't do that much damage. Light spear, something I don't care. This one will give you attack and HP. This is really good, S tier. But after the rest of the stuff, this is legendary. You will have other good legendary options here. After you get them, get this. That will increase your both survivability and the damage. Really, really good. Shock Discharge. If you have lightning. This is S tier, and this is I don't remember. I think it's a normal skill. It's legendary. A bit before this, because that will allow you to totally avoid enemy rage attacks if you have, let's say, dagger bolts. Where are they? Over here. So if you have this will be triggered every turn, and the enemy will never do their rage attack again. That will allow you to get more survivability. Normal attack shrink. This is a common skill. I kind of remember that, or maybe not. It's legendary as well. My god. So yeah, it's another good skill to lower enemy attack. It lowers the enemy attack. Yeah, somewhere here, I think right after this, or maybe yeah, right after this. You have other sources of avoiding the normal damage, but rage damage can be really overcoming. Poo. What are the dirty daggers, the poo daggers, smelly daggers? Worst skill ever. This can break your build completely because it will turn all your daggers into some shit. So yeah, you would like to avoid it at any cost, and the problem is sometimes you get the roulette when you get the random skill, basically, right? The goblin thingy. And there is a poo dagger. I call it poo dagger all the time. Smelly dagger over there. And you can get it randomly, and that will kind of screw you over. So this is a troll skill, and you want to avoid it at all costs. Sometimes, if I'm close to the end of the run and I know that my build is good enough, I will just skip that. I will not roll even once because that's horrible. Demon mode, really good as well. Skill damage. Now, this one used to be somewhere in the C tier. Now, with all our skill sources, this is A tier. I don't pick it over anything else because it still lowers the basic damage, but if I take something like extra rage on the basic attack, that will already make your basic attacks really weak, so then I can go for this and buff all my skill damage. So Whisper right now is mainly skill damage. Later on you can build up, if you're early into the game, you can build up your tree to get extra basic damage sources. It will help you out, but yeah, this one's still worth it, and I feel like it kind of increases your damage output. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, because I'm not entirely sure. This is extra light daggers, whatever, useless. Extra health. Now this one is S tier as well. This is really good. I don't know where to place it over here. This is a mythic skill, so depending on your situation, if you feel that your survivability is okay, you will put it a bit lower. If you feel that you might be killed by the boss, you put it before everything else, because it will allow your shields to be stronger, and yeah, that will kind of make you more like invincible. So yeah, another one, I forgot how it's called, but that's stronger bolts. This one is good. This one is good if you have the bolts. Not an S tier though. I think bolts are still secondary, so I'll place it over here. Then we get the sword chi bonus, which I don't really like. It's still pretty cool, but you have other options in the mythic, and most of them are better. This one is 100% chance to counter attack on the first turn, useless. Now this one is great. This one might feel weird. This is the, how's it called? Thunderbolt. At round 5, release 5 lightning bolts. By default, it's crap. It's only 5 bolts in round 5. But if you make it level 2, like Thunderbolt Plus, it will emit 5 lightning bolts every turn started from 5, and that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of shock discharge and everything. So this is an S tier. This is the normal skill, so it will go after all your normal stuff that you get, but it is really good if you can make it to level 2. So take it early into the run, because if you take it closer to the last boss or something, you might not be able to upgrade it. And it's not that great if you take it during the boss fights or dungeon, where you can't really upgrade skills too often, so it will not be Thunderbolt Plus, basically. Yeah, Thunderstorm is another great skill that will boost your lightning damage. It's right here next to this one. It will add additional attack that will, well, chance, but it's triggering pretty often, and it will do area damage to all the enemies, so your main target will take extra damage as well, so it works for single target damage. It's really good. Trinity Force. Now this one is good. I wouldn't say it's better than the rest of the mythic. Again, health is under the question depending on where you are, but it is really good. It will give you critical rate, combo rate, and counter rate. And I think this critical rate, I'm not sure again, is applied not only to your basic weapon but to your skills as well. So that's very strong, a lot of DPS. But once again, the better mythic here is double daggers for you anyway. That will allow you to do more of those, and that will be better than a bit extra chance of this stuff. So yeah, the rest of those are not mythic, so yeah, you are only competing with double daggers, combo daggers. All right, now some pyromancer bonus again, doesn't matter. Tyrant. I used to take it quite often, but it's horrible right now because it lowers your HP and you will probably die. That lowers your survivability. So take it only in cases if you can handle the hit, then it can be really high ranked. But if you will die because of that, doesn't worth it. So yeah, that extra damage is nice, but you will be better off with other damage sources. War Veteran, still the best skill ever. So yeah, it will give you a lot of DPS, and this is still the best mythic skill. It still works and it's worth its spot. And the last one, something about the special skills again that I never take. Werewolf, skill damage lower, so obviously not. So there we go, guys. That's the tier list for the Whisper build, because I think it's very different from what we use for the normal runs without the Whisper used before. It changed the game completely, and now the rage will fuel you, and with the rage attacks you can use a lot of rage triggers, shield most likely for your survivability, extra rage damage, and a lot of rage options over here that might help you out. So if you want to focus on something specific, like bolts will help you out, so you can tune it how you want it. You will get way more flexibility right now. But even then, you will still probably need War Veteran for extra damage and some survivability options, so you will not be one-shotted. And yeah, this crit mastery and combo mastery are always nice. So S tier has way more skills than it used to be right now, and I kind of enjoy the Whisper build quite a lot. Let me know how do you play Whisper right now, and I'm really curious to hear your opinion on this biased tier list. Check out the video description in the comments to get the playlists with the rest of the Capybara Go videos, my Discord, social media. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and the last thing, LD players, you can play this game on the PC. Really convenient, high quality stuff. I like to play it on the PC, it looks better. I don't know why. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's been Stan Kosh. Have a good one. Bye.